Happy holidays, everyone. So over the last year, we have shared many of the top design trends and pro tips from 2021. But before the new year begins, I thought it would be great to take a look back at some of your favorite tips and trends of 2021. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. What I love most about our show is that we get to bring you design tips and trends every single week of the year. So today I thought it'd be fun to take a look back at some of our favorite tips that inspired many of you to create some beautiful spaces of your own in 2021. Today we'll revisit pro tips on selecting the best hard surfaces for your kitchen and baths, adding greenery to your home, designing with color, and even some never-before-seen SoFlo Home Project bloopers. So this past year, a lot of us have been remodeling kitchens and baths, and there are so many things that go into selecting the right items when designing those spaces. We've definitely seen a resurgence of natural stone as an element for countertops in both the kitchen and the bath. Everything from beautiful semi-precious stones to quartzites to marbles and beyond. And we are here at Marble of the World in Pompano, joined by Chase Urso, the general manager. And Chase, we want to take the guesswork out of picking a slab, because if you've never done it before, I feel like it's nice to share with our viewers the process of how it works.
Absolutely. I think first steps when selecting slab material would be the maintenance requirements in regards to what type of material you're looking for.
So you're going to narrow it down.
Exactly.
Like, is it for a kitchen that might need to be
So application
a less porous surface?
is going to point you in the right direction. So if it's a kitchen, you're going to be cooking a lot, big family, a lot of use, you're going to want to probably lean towards something a little more durable, maybe like a granite, a quartzite, or maybe a man-made quartz. Things like that. Also color, obviously, and look feeds a lot into the design aspect, so that also is a big part of selecting material.
And also, if you were thinking about maybe a decorative wall cladding,
absolutely,
you might be looking for book match.
Exactly.
Which is right here behind us.
Yeah, so a book match is when they're cutting the slabs out of the larger block. Instead of polishing the front of each slab, they polish every other front, if you will. And you get the effect that you see here, where it opens up and repeats itself, kind of like a mirror image. That's why they call it a book match, because they open the slabs like a book. Yeah.
So I absolutely love natural stone. It is such a beautiful material, and each piece is so unique. And of course, when you do natural stone, you will have to properly maintain it, and we always recommend a sealer every year or so. But there are times where you want something maintenance-free for your countertops. And we checked out some great options of man-made engineered surfaces just like this, and we even put them to the test. So Carolina, this is the exciting part, because we are going to put the Decon outdoor surfacing to the test, show our viewers what it can stand up to.
Yes, so here what I brought to you is a Decon Test Kit. I invite you to, on this white color, to try to scratch it.
Right.
But do it hard.
Oh.
Like you hate it.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
So what
look at that. This, I mean,
yes,
it
so
looks like it's ruined.
What you see here is metal. You are ruining the metal, but you are actually not scratching the surface. You can see that actually only with the force of your fingers you could clean it.
So there is no, you don't feel any sort of like a groove.
Exactly.
Whereas
there's
if it
no
was truly
grooving.
Scratched, you would feel
exactly
that.
So imagine that you have your kids playing around with permanent markers.
Permanent marker is a scary thing on anything that's installed in the home.
Exactly. And then let's say we decide to polish our nails on the countertop.
We're doing all the things that you don't want to get on a counter.
Exactly. Polish.
And red nail polish, no less. I think one of the hardest things to remove anyway.
And that's why we're also choosing the white color. So now we're gonna clean. First, we're going to use water, only water. So you can see that the permanent marker is already starting to come up.
Just with water.
Just with water. The metal, you see, is already up.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, and the nail polish is practically completely off.
Wow.
And now let's put some soap. Only with soap, you can see that it starts.
So soap is actually removing this permanent marker pretty good.
Yes.
But look at that already, and this is just with soap and water.
What you will use now is acetone.
And now why is that? The acetone just removes certain...
Permanent marker, yeah, and as nail polish, every type of tint, acetone removes it. But it could be very harmful for certain surfaces.
Okay. Wow.
It just
it's
disappears.
This is like magic. I can't think of anything more low maintenance than this. And then of course, there's one more thing we need to try though.
So now we're going to put the surface into fire. As I said, as you said, it's fire friendly. It's not resistant, but it's friendly, which means that you can put the surface on fire, but it won't happen anything.
Coming up, closet organization ideas and much more on SoFlo Home Project.
I'm Tat with FHIA, and we're going to speak with a woman who is tired of putting up her paneled shutters all by herself. She decided to change out her windows with new hurricane impact glass. We're going to talk to her on today's SoFlo Home Project.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. When it comes to design tips, I think everyone can use some information on how to organize your home better. And there are so many closet options that we have covered. So let's take a look back at some of the ways that you can organize. So I wanted to show you another option of closet and storage, and that's more of this open concept closet. Sometimes you can simply find areas in your home that you can carve out for additional storage, like I did here with these shoes. So when it comes to shoe storage, you basically need only about 15 to 16 inches from the wall to have enough room to house all of your shoes, no matter what size shoe you are. Just want to share a quick tip also. I love to turn the shoes one facing forward, one facing back, because that allows you to fit a little bit more when you're storing the shoes. So that's my favorite way. So in this case, I decided to leave the shoes as open storage. For one, I think that could be a decorative area and something we frequently need always, so to easily access them, I left this open. But there are times where you don't want the entire closet open, especially if it's in a hallway of a bedroom or somewhere more in full view. So left the shoes open, but use some extra wall space to create closed storage. And behind these doors are just some shelving. A perfectly organized space is a mixture of hanging for clothes, shelving for clothes, and other objects. And as you can see here, I use this for a mixture of bags, hats, and a whole bunch of other things. I love using bins for organization. It helps contain the smaller items. Here I used it for small bags and wallets, but you could really put anything in there. And honestly, the best part about that is, if you don't like to be super neat, if you at least have a couple of bins, you could throw everything in there and it still looks contained and neat from the outside. So you could always carve out space for storage in your home. You just have to sit and measure and think about what it is that you need to fit in there. But if you feel you need additional closet space in the bedroom that doesn't look like a closet, I have got some great solutions for you. But first, let's see what Tac Renata from FHIA has for us today.
When we were talking about this project and we initially met, some of the things that you discussed about why you wanted to change out the windows, there was one thing in particular that really stood out for me. Last hurricane season, what did you do for hurricane protection and how did that happen?
Well, I had the shutters that you had to put up, the aluminum shutters, so I basically did it all myself.
And then once they're on, they don't come down by themselves either.
No,
so you have
it's
to take
a
them down.
lot of work bringing them down. As much as it is going up, it's the same as coming down.
Same work coming down, right?
So I decided, you know, my daughter's going to be moving away, and I just wanted less hassle of trying to deal with it by myself. More security for me too, knowing that I'll be safe inside my home, knowing that someone trying to get in won't really be able to get in or break the window. So it's a lot more security for me, so I feel a lot more comfortable.
And this was the original window right here that you currently have. We're going to be removing it shortly. But I always noticed it's just a single pane piece of glass, the original window. So energy efficiency and making the home more comfortable, was that one of the priorities as well?
One of the priorities too. My electric bill is really high, even though I just changed my air conditioning, it still runs a lot. Hoping that now with the new windows, my bill will go down a little bit.
Well, you chose a great window, not only for hurricane protection, but it is going to make the home a lot more energy efficient. It has the Solar Max technology, which is going to reflect all the radiant heat away from the home, just making your home more comfortable.
Exactly. So I'm really pleased for now with how everything is going, and hopefully after it's up, and I'm sure I don't think it's going to have any problems, so I'm hoping that everything is going to be great from now on.
It was so much fun having the opportunity to speak with Isabel today, and how impressive is she? The fact that she used to put up the panel shutters all by herself, I know how much work that is, and that's a pretty great job for her. She's going to be a lot more safe with her hurricane windows that she has installed, and a lot more comfortable. So she's really happy with how everything turned out. Back to you, Alena.
Thanks, Tat. So I promised I was going to share with you guys some good ideas if you want to add more closet space in the bedroom, but don't want to build out the walls with drywall or anything else. And the perfect solution for that is a wardrobe cabinet. So wardrobes are super popular. In Europe, they've been popular forever, and I think it's such a great look for that sleek and modern feel. Not only do wardrobe cabinets look pretty, but they give some really great functional storage. So just to give you the background on how you make this work, think about having a dresser in your room. If you have a dresser across from the bed, which is a very natural piece of furniture to have in that space, that's going to take up at least 18 inches off of the wall in depth. To do a closet, you need at least 24 inches of depth. So we're talking about just 6 more inches off of the wall. If you did wardrobe cabinets, that would be 24 inches deep. So basically all of that empty space that typically would go on each side of a dresser is now storage, which is awesome because it gives you that additional closet space. Adding this doubles your storage, and it looks good too. Coming up, no green thumb required when you add greenery to your home on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and happy holidays. We are approaching the end of 2021, but during this year we've had so many great design trends. And we've been taking a look back at some of our favorite tips and trends, and I would say the next one is one of the biggest. Biophilic design and connecting with nature in the home has been so huge, and that includes adding greenery. So whether it's live or artificial, we have got something for you. I thought this would be a great time to talk to our viewers about the differences of live versus artificial plants.
Live plants are always great benefits of cleaning the air, but also the artificial plants have a lot of benefits. Nowadays we have a lot of great quality artificials. Sometimes people touch them and they still can't tell if it's live or artificial.
So behind us here, we've got a live and artificial, and which is which?
Again, so our favorite fiddle leaf tree, right? Fiddle leaf ficus. So as you can see, this one is live and that one is artificial. So it's, when you look at it, the
feels
look is
very real, looks beautiful.
Yes, so even the leaves are made the way that, as you can see, the light goes through the...
There are some things that should be noted about when purchasing the artificial. I know that the UV coating is important.
Especially for South Florida, where we have so much sun outdoors, it is very important to have UV coating. These are plants that are manufactured with special protection on the leaves. So when they're put outdoors for many years, they will not fade away. Oftentimes you see people put the artificials, outdoors, and they have this pale bluish green color. That is unfortunately when the plant is not UV protected.
So we've got great options if you want live, great options if you want artificial in the larger plants. What about in smaller tabletop things?
That's the same way. We have artificials, as you can see. We have orchids that are very realistic looking, very great quality.
So
you can
realistic.
Squish it, let it, it's
these two,
very high
all of
quality.
this,
That as
same
well,
thing.
an artificial orchid. And we have preserved moss, which is actually a real moss, but it's not live anymore. It holds the color like the real one. You don't have to water it. You don't have to take care of it. It will always stay like that.
Now, what if you want a live plant and you may not always be able to water it?
So we have a solution for that too. As we can see, the Fiddle-leaf ficus is planted in a self-watering planter. The sensor on the side, it has a reservoir that you fill up the water through here, and the reservoir on the bottom of the planter is separated from the soil. It's just like hydroponics. The water is separated from the soil, the plant grows its roots into that reservoir where water is, and the plant drinks what it needs.
So it releases the water as it needs it?
Exactly. You cannot overwater or underwater. The plant will drink what it needs.
So we have seen a lot of tropical, modern style in design and architecture. Of course, we're here in South Florida. It's a perfect fit. And whether your interiors are modern or transitional or even traditional, everyone can use a little bit of greenery in their homes. Coming up, we take a look at designing color schemes for your home on SoFlo Home Project. What could you do in your home with a $500 Goya Seasonings Greetings gift card? If that sounds good to you, go to local10.com to register for Goya's Seasonings Greetings giveaway. The Goya Seasonings Greetings winner will be chosen on January 3rd, 2022. So enter today. Go to local10.com for your chance to win Goya Seasonings Greetings $500 gift card. And remember, if it's Goya, it has to be good. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and happy holidays. We are taking a look back at some of your favorite design tips and trends from 2021. When it comes to putting a color palette together for any room of your home, there really are a lot of different ways to approach that. There's no right or wrong. So one option is to create a neutral backdrop for your home with your floors and your walls and the larger pieces of furniture, and then infuse pops of color with your accessories, art, pillows, rugs, and all of that stuff. Or you can go bold and bring larger pops of color in, perhaps with your kitchen cabinetry or a big accent wall. It's all about getting that right balance of neutral and color, and we've got some great tips on how to do that. What you did here, you have set it all on a very neutral white ground, from the floor tile to the wall color to a lot of the main furnishing pieces. How important is it to get that base color of the room just right when you're infusing other colors?
Doing a white interior is probably one of the most difficult things to do because there are so many different color whites.
Absolutely. And then took the colors from the art down to the pillows. And I think that's another great way to bring that flow throughout, and then down to the accessories and even florals.
Well, and one thing about having a neutral background is that in, say, 5 years, you want to change the look. You can just change your pillows, your glass.
Now, speaking of focusing on color, over there's another great sofa with bold colors. There, you brought the color onto the sofa. Any tips for doing a bolder color on the sofa to create that flow?
One of the reasons why I have the darker color on the top is because we have a dog. We allow her to get on all the furniture, so these fabrics are high performance fabrics.
That's great. So I hope that you guys enjoyed taking a look back at some of our favorite tips and design trends from 2021. And I could promise you, we have got so much more in store for 2022. Next week on SoFlo Home Project, transform your outdoor spaces into an oasis. Enjoy our great South Florida weather in style by bringing indoor design elements to the outside. So every week, so much hard work goes into putting on this show by a crew that works tirelessly to bring you great design trends week after week, and I couldn't be prouder to be part of such an incredible team. And sometimes things get a little fun behind the scenes as well, so take a look at some of our favorite bloopers from this past year. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. I love these, and it's also additional mirror, which, there we go.
Oh, works like a charm.
This 16,000 square foot condo has 7 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 2 powder rooms, and a pool shower room. There is a scenario for every option. So concealing the oh, that was me.
And I'm following? Yeah, you're following. Okay. Like the queen of England, I keep 5 steps behind?
And then, of course, some other great ways and areas to save in your home decor. No idea what those are. Sorry, hold on. Adding greenery or sorry. Add color into your home with living elements. We heard that. So it was not covert. I'm just kidding. It was the couch. We know.
I have a nervous laugh.
We like that because it makes good bloopers, so don't worry. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at soflowshows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.